first off, what you witnessed was me shaking 1 tablespoon of flour, and I mixed actually a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, and believe it or not, that's the only spices I used on this concoction, because both my wife and I have spice issues, and so that's what I went with. So this is news to me. I've seen multiple videos of people doing turkey in a bag recipes. I was looking for something simple that would turn out to be delicious, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try this. And so this is my take on it. I was doing the turkey because my adult daughter, who was hosting our Christmas gathering on December 7th this year, was doing meatballs and a few other things. And then, of course, you want to pat dry this thing as best you possibly can, inside and out. I didn't actually do the inside, but I did the outside. Didn't want to miss out on turkey. My adult children were not doing turkey for our gathering, because with their other spouses and other mixed families, they were going to be having lots of turkey throughout the Christmas season. And plus, Thanksgiving just wasn't too long ago. Anyway, I missed Thanksgiving turkey, but I didn't want to miss Christmas turkey, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to tackle this. Watched a multitude of YouTube videos. This is my take on a turkey in a bag. This turkey turned out to be 8 pounds, just a little over 8 pounds. Of course, once you get it pat dry, or once I got it as pat dry as I possibly could, I set it aside, and then I prepared the vegetables that I was going to stuff inside. I had one large carrot, and 3 stalks of celery. I used the celery with the leaves on it, and I chopped up onion. I was just attempting to try to be quiet with the chopping, because my wife was taking a nap. She hasn't been feeling that great lately. Time to stuff the celery, carrot, and onions inside the bird. If I've said it once in my cooking videos, I've said it many times. A recipe is only a suggestion. You do whatever it is that flavors you like, and hopefully it works out for you. But this is what I'm doing. Now I'm using a copious amount of butter. I believe I'm using salted butter, because I didn't put a lot of salt on. Some people say they use unsalted butter because they're going to use salt. I used very little salt, so I think I always buy salted butter. But that's what I'm doing. I'm slathering the whole thing with butter, and that for 2 reasons. It'll help brown the turkey, almost called it a chicken, and help it not to stick to the bag. I have what's called butcher's string. I'm using it right here to tie the wings together so they're not going to poke through the bag, and it would make it made it easier to slide the turkey into the bag. Use the enclosed tie to seal it off, and then I grabbed the scissors and I made, well, first I grabbed the knife, but then I grabbed the scissors, and it suggests you make 6 little slits in the very top to allow the steam to escape so the bag doesn't explode. And of course you want to do the top because you still want it to collect all the juices at the bottom. You don't want it to drip out. Pop it in a preheated oven to 350 degrees, and based on the size of the bird I set the timer for 2 hours, but it was actually done in an hour and 30 minutes. I was kind of worried because of the size of the bird, but I took it out at an hour and 30. I checked the temperature and it was well over 175 degrees, so, and they suggest 165, so she was good. That's what my turkey in a bag turned out to look like. This is what the gravy turned out to look like, and it's absolutely delicious. I've never done any of this before. And I've done this before. I love mixing sweet potato with regular potatoes. And all I do is mash it with butter, and to me, it's delicious, absolutely delicious. Nutch doesn't like it so much with the butter, so I always take some out for her to have by herself.